Get in the game already. Stop letting life pass you by. That's the message from the moon on this Aquarius first quarter we have happening October 29th, 2025. Now, all first quarters are tied to a new moon that we had 9 months ago. But wow, this one is a total echo of that new moon in that the energies are again supporting our ability to look into what we've been avoiding or hiding. But now, find a really great way to go about taking action to address them. This is the 1 week of the month when we're most supported in taking action, and trust me, you don't want to miss this first quarter. Hi, I'm Laura Custo, and I'm the Moon Phase Astrologer and your life strategist for rhythmic living. I'm here to help you use the lunar cycles to make sense of the world, to calm down what modern life has become and reconnect with your own divine timing. The moon has a rhythm. It's pulsing through all of us. We've just never been taught to hear it. So if you haven't yet, you've got to go get my free guide. It's called the Moon Phase Compass. And in that guide, I break down that rhythm of the moon and I teach you how to hear it and how to work with it. It is simple foundational knowledge that will enable you to start working with the moon's energies right away. And the best part is that the moon's rhythm repeats every single month, so this is something that will never become irrelevant. The guide is free. Go ahead and grab yours today at lauracusto.com/guide, and I'll also put a link for that at the top of the show notes. Okay, let's dig into this Aquarius first quarter, why the moon is telling us to get in the game already and stop letting life pass you by. Now, as I alluded to, there are energies echoing this, and they're the same energies that we had on the last new moon in Aquarius. Now, what I mean by this, okay, this first quarter is happening at about 6.5 degrees of Aquarius. And 9 months ago, on January 29th, 2025, we had a new moon very close to that same degree. It was 9 degrees and 50 minutes. So they're just a few degrees apart here. And in the world of astrology, we call that a conjunction, meaning they're right on top of each other. Okay, in plain terms here, let's get super simple. We're having a first quarter moon at the exact same spot in the sky where the new moon was 9 months ago. So this first quarter is activating the same spot in the sky. And the exact same spot in your chart, by the way. It's reactivating those intentions that you set back in January. Conscious intentions or unconscious intentions. And now the moon is saying, okay, what are you going to do about them? Back then, I asked you to set intentions. I was dark. You couldn't see me. It was the time to go within and dream and set new goals. But now the moon is saying, I'm back at that point. And remember what you said you wanted back in January? But do you really? If so, now I'm asking you to take action towards them. I'm asking you to show me. So get out there and prove to me that you still want it. Do something to move those dreams ahead. And if you don't want them, well, you better show me that too. I'm listening and I'm watching. And to top it off, we have Pluto and Mercury doing a little dance with the moon here. A dance that is similar in tune and style, I'll say, to what they were doing back in that new moon as well. That's that echo. And that's what is making the moon say right now, hey, get in the game already. All right? If the moon could talk, right? Well, that's what she's saying. All right, so how do you use this energy to really embrace this message and not let life pass you by? And how about some more on this echo of energies, right? I haven't even scratched the surface on that. Okay, here are 3 steps. Number 1, research that new moon date. Let's get our heads around it, okay? Go back to January 29th, 2025 and that new moon. Did you set intentions? Did you know about this stuff back then? Were you working with the moon? If so, great, go dig those up, all right? Refresh your memory of what your goals were. But if you weren't, and honestly, even if you were, this second step is also important. Go look at your calendar, sent and received emails, your camera roll, figure out what you were doing and what was going on, but also what was on your mind and what mood were you in? What energy were you in? Were you positive about life or were you a little down and negative? That really matters. And I always say, especially on this first quarter, because it's when we're taking action that is directing the outcomes that we will experience more than any other phase, right? The new moon is just planting the seed. This first quarter is watering it, fertilizing it, and it could also be pulling it out if you accidentally planted a weed, right? We do this unconsciously. I have caught myself so many times on the first quarter. Okay, so as you look back, also, you want to note the area of life that Aquarius represents for you. Now, if you know astrology and you've been doing this a while, you know what area, you know what I'm talking about. You know what area of life Aquarius oversees, and you know to focus your intentions and your actions in that area. So pull that out, remind yourself of that. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I have 2 ways that I can help you find this area of life that Aquarius is supporting. And once you know that area, you can take everything else that you've uncovered here, pull it together, be it the dreams that you're nurturing or weeds you're pulling out, or a mix of both. And you can also overlay a little love and directed action towards this area of life. So if you want help finding this, again, I have 2 ways I can help. The first is through something called Moon Map, which is a short course that I developed, and it will help you find what I call your map that shows you literally Aquarius oversees, let's say, your money or your relationships or your career, etc. It will actually give you the area that every zodiac sign oversees. So on every single moon phase forever and ever and ever, every video I do, every moon phase you ever hear about, you will always know the area of life being supported. You can get that at lauracusto.com/map. The second way I can help is through my monthly membership called Moon Chat. Now, with Moon Chat, I make this really easy for you. 2 days before every moon phase, you get a custom email from me telling you what area of life is being overseen, telling you the moon phase that we're having, the dates that are related to it, a little bit of a summary of this video, and my personal little more in-depth take on how to use the energies. So Moon Chat, again, super easy to use, spoon-fed the information right when you need it. You can check that out at lauracusto.com/membership. So links for those will be at the top of the show notes. Go ahead and check them out if they speak to you. Okay, so that's step 1. Find those intentions, hone in on your state of mind and truly what seeds you planted. Again, did your energy plant some weeds? And also perhaps find that area of life to really maximize the energy, right? Okay, step 2, we're going to listen to the echo is what I'm going to call it. And I know that's pretty vague, so let's break it down. And by the way, this is so cool. We don't usually see this. So here's what's happening. Back at the new moon in January, 2 planets, Mercury and Pluto, were at the same degree. They were together in the sky, and they were at about 2 degrees of Aquarius. Now, the sun and the moon were together in Aquarius too. They were at 9, almost 10 degrees, right? They're always together at a new moon. So we have Mercury and Pluto together, and then the moon and the sun weren't too far away. They were just 7 or 8 degrees away. And so seriously, that is close. Think about a 360-degree circle, and you've got about 7 degrees of that. The sun and the moon and Mercury and Pluto were all together in that cluster, all right? Their energies were merging. Well, on this first quarter, the moon is at 6 degrees of Aquarius, and Pluto is at 1 degree. So they're about 5 degrees apart. That is, again, merging energy. But then we have Mercury. Now, Mercury, that was that other planet that was in that cluster. It's at about 1 degree too, but it is in Sagittarius, which is 2 signs away. So it is making a harmonious angle to Pluto and to the moon. And then we have the sun. The sun is always at an angle of tension with the moon at a first quarter. So it is also at 6 degrees, but it's in Scorpio. It's 3 signs away. So my point here is this. At the new moon, again, going back to January, all 4 of these objects, the sun, the moon, Mercury, and Pluto, they were together. But now you're at the first quarter when the sun and the moon, by definition of a first quarter, they're at an angle of tension with each other. Pluto and Mercury, they're no longer together, but they're in a direct angle with one another, but it is harmonious. So all four of these planets have moved from simply merging energies to now creating some added specific energies with each other. The moon and Pluto are close enough to still have that merging energy. And what that looks like is moon, your emotions, merging with depth and secrets and what's hiding and what you may not want to look at. That's what Pluto represents. So on this first quarter, you're going to naturally have things come up like that. Either obviously, perhaps people within your environment, or maybe just within yourself. So pay attention to those nudges and what crosses your mind. It's meant to cross your mind. That's the energy at work. And then we have the sun, and it's adding its tension with the moon. And that causes us all to feel a little emotionally restless and uncomfortable at a first quarter. And that's by design. The first quarter is about getting out there, out of your comfort zone, and taking some action. And sometimes we need just enough discomfort to do that. And then finally, Mercury is in this harmonious angle to Pluto and the moon. And it's the planet of analysis and communication. So while you're being called to look at all those Pluto themes of dark hidden things, and it's merging with how you feel in the moon, Mercury is there to help you make sense of it, to analyze it and figure out how to work with it, how to stop letting life pass you by, how to get in the game, and how to move things along, and how to pull a weed if you've got to pull a weed. So those are the energies above. And as above, so below. This is a Hermetic principle. We are always co-creating with the universe. And now that you know what the energies are doing, you can co-create in a really wise and informed way. On this last quarter, it's October 29th, right? Give or take a few days, the energies, they're active surrounding this date. So when the things that you've been keeping hidden cross your mind, or someone brings something up that you've been avoiding, or someone mentions something that's that sort of uncomfortable topic, but you know it's been getting pushed under the rug, well, you'll be able to say to yourself, wait. Okay, let me just pause here for a minute. Let me give this some thought, some investigation and analysis. That's that Mercury energy. Because you know that's there. That's the energy. That's what's being supportive. You can trust that energy is there to help you, and that those things are being brought up for a reason. So lean into it, okay? You're working with it, and you're being supported as you do that. All right, step 3. Finally, we're going to get in the game, and we're going to take your action. This is a pretty simple step, right? Yeah, after working with that Mercury energy and doing your analysis, it's really just, okay, then figure out your next steps and take them. Was there something that you've been avoiding doing because it's hard, but you figured out the next best step and it'll move your dreams ahead? Go do it. Go for it. Or was there something new that you discovered that's a pretty big barrier to your goals and dreams? All right, it came out from the shadows. That's Pluto, right? And then now you've thought about it and you figured out a way to remove the barrier, okay? Well, go remove it. Maybe it was a mix of both of these things. Go do it. Action is what the first quarter is all about. We're working with energy here, yes, but we're also acting in a way that is in alignment with what our mainstream society values most, right? Action and creation, productivity and work. Now, while I'm a big proponent of calming life down, because oh my goodness, do we ever need that? Action does have its place. 1 week a month, 25% of the time on the first quarter. It's not 100% of the time. So, but this is that week. This is that week of the month to get out there and make it happen. Embrace that, productivity mindset, right? Again, get in the game. Stop letting life pass you by. Now, I also want to mention the sun is in Scorpio. Scorpio is the sign ruled by Pluto. That's the planet that's encouraging us to look into the darkness. But also the old traditional ruler of Scorpio is Mars, which is the planet of taking action. So in that way too, the sun's position, while it is creating tension with the moon, It's supportive of that examination of what is dark and hidden and uncomfortable, and it's also supportive of taking action. Okay, I hope this has been helpful and you're feeling really inspired to get out there and move your dreams forward. Again, no more letting life pass you by. It's time. It's time for all of us. So let's use this energy positively and create better lives for ourselves and for the world. Because when more and more people operate in positive energies, it's raising the positivity of our planet as well. Which, ironically, I have to mention, is very much what Aquarius is about. The sign the moon and Pluto are in here on this first quarter, Aquarius, is all about groups and the collective. It is what is for the good of all type of energy. So both asking that question and doing things that are really for the good of all is what this is all about too. And we need that. We need that so much in our world right now. With that, I would love to hear from you. What's coming up for you? What echoes are you noticing between this first quarter on the 29th of October and that new moon back on the 29th of January? Do you see things that you can move ahead? And what about some weeds that need pulling? Okay, I'd love to know. Drop your comments below. All right, I'm sending you so much love and support to do the big, brave, bold thing on this Aquarius first quarter. Remember, you are supported. You have so got this. And until next week, as always, take care.